Good morning. It is Thursday and we are doing a yoga class. How's everyone feeling? I've been back to the gym, so I'm sore everywhere. But it's a good thing. I'm just glad to be back to semi-normalcy. So I thought today we could just do a slow flow. All you need is your mat. If you want, you can use a strap and maybe a block if you have it. Just have it close by. Let's get started. So start seated. And if you have your block and you want to sit on your block, you can do that. Take your hands to your knees, closing the eyes, and bring a gentle smile. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, and out of the mouth, let it go. Keep that gentle smile. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Next inhale, open the eyes, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers and round your back as we exhale. Knuckles reach forward, tailbone points forward. Inhale to come back up, flip the palms, lift the chin, and exhale to round it forward. Reach, reach, reach with the knuckles, get long through the back. One more, inhale, lift the chin, flip the palms, and exhale round. Try to get really small to the front of the body. Next inhale, come back up, reaching the arms up, and exhale the right hand down beside you. The left arm reaches over. Now as we're here, keep pushing the left hip down. Inhale to come back up to center, reach the arms up, and over to the left as we exhale, reaching the right arm over, keep pushing the right hip down. Inhale to come back up, both arms long to the ceiling. And again, over to the right as we exhale, pushing the left hip down. Inhaling up. And over to the left as we exhale. Inhale to come back up, take the fingertips to the ceiling, and exhale the fingertips to the shoulders. So now we've got the elbows out wide. Start to make big circles with the elbows. Now, as we're doing this, try to get lots of movement into the scapulas, into the shoulders and the shoulder blades. So you're squeezing back and you're reaching forward with the elbows. And now let's go in the opposite direction. And just go to the range that feels good to you. You don't have to go too excessive. Just do what feels good. Last one. Let's take the arms out to a T. Take the left hand to the right knee as we twist. The right hand will just land on your mat behind you and turn to look over your right shoulder. Come back through center, inhale the arms up. And right hand to the left knee, left hand touches the mat behind you and twist. Coming back up through center. And again, over to the right. You can use the hand to help twist you a little further. Coming back up through center and over to the left, exhaling. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, releasing the hands down, and let's move to table pose. When we come to table, spread the fingers. We're using all parts of the hand to hold up the body. Use the knees underneath the hips, and with an inhale, lift your tailbone, drop your belly button, lift your chin. Exhale and round your back. And as you're doing this, point your tailbone down, down, down. Inhale to lift the chin, drop the belly, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round the back. Now walk your knees closer together and inhale, lift the chin and the right toes lift up as well. Get long through that right leg and exhale, round your back. Forehead and knee come in. Inhale to come back up, get the legs straight and toes up. Exhale and round. Pull your lower belly in. Keep spreading the fingers. One more. Inhale, bring the leg up, lift the chin, drop the belly. Exhale and round. Pull from your belly button. Bring it into the chest and then release the knee next to the left. Next inhale, left toes go up, lift the chin, open the throat. Exhale and round. Pull from the center of your core, bring it in. Inhale and lift. As you're doing this, get the glute involved, squeeze it. Exhale and round. Pull your belly up. Again, inhale and lift. Get long, long, long through the leg. Exhale and round the back. Knee to forehead. Releasing the left knee next to the right. Holding your table pose. Now notice here the back is long. Take your right fingertips to your right ear. Inhale the right elbow up to the ceiling. Exhale, the right elbow comes underneath the left armpit. Inhale to bring the elbow back up to the ceiling so you look to the right wall. Exhale, take the elbow underneath the left armpit. Inhale, bring it out. This time we're taking the right arm straight up to the ceiling. Exhale, the right hand comes underneath the arm. Come down onto the right shoulder and the right ear. Inhale the left arm up to the ceiling. Try to touch the ceiling with your left fingertips. Exhale the left hand to the right side, low back. Breathe into your left shoulder, left chest. Stay here, exhale. Try to point your tailbone directly behind you, not to the side. Inhale, bring the left arm back up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, the left hand down to the mat. Unwind with the inhale, the right arm out to the right and up to the ceiling. Exhale the hand back down to the floor. Hands in line with one another. Left elbow points out to the left. Take the fingertips to the ear and inhale, lift the left elbow to the ceiling, look left. Exhale, come under the left elbow underneath the right armpit. Inhale to come back up, lift the elbow, look to the left. Exhale to bring it under and squeeze the upper abdominal wall. Inhale to come up, this time the left arm straight to the ceiling. Exhale the left hand underneath the right arm. Come all the way down to the left shoulder and ear. Inhaling the right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale the right hand to the left low back. Sometimes the hips will shift to the side, so be aware, tailbone pointing directly behind you. Next breath in, the right arm goes up. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Press into the palm to lift back up, inhaling the left arm out to the ceiling. Exhale the hand down. Let's walk both hands forward about 6 inches. Tuck your toes and straighten the legs as we move into downward dog. Now while we're here, pedal the feet. Lift one heel as the other lowers. We're getting into the calf muscles, the bottoms of the feet, the joints of the toes. Keep going side to side, getting into the hamstrings as well. And let's hold neutral. Step your feet as wide as your mat and rock your hips side to side. Let your armpits press a little further back towards your thighs. Notice we don't want to hunch the shoulders, so keep reaching the crown towards the thumbs. Keep rocking side to side. And hold to neutral. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine and turn your toes out. We have the feet at the edges of the mat. Exhale and bend your knees. It doesn't have to be super low. Just start to feel the hips. Inhale, hips come back up. Exhale, hips down, wide knees. Inhale, hips up. Notice the more you do this, the more movement you can create. So just go to your own pace. The body will warm up and open up as it needs to. One more. Bending and inhaling, lift. Walk your feet back together, toes pointing forward, gentle bend of the knees, and inhale to stand. As we come up, the arms sweep up to the ceiling. Take a hold of your left wrist and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, coming back up through center, but notice your feet, equalize your weight through your feet. Take a hold of the right wrist, exhale over to the left. You can use your left hand to help pull you. Inhale, coming back up through center, again, over to the right, exhale. Pull your lower belly in, keep lengthening through your crown. Inhale, come back up, switch the wrist, and exhale over to the left. Inhale to come back up to center. Exhale and fold forward. Walking the hands forward, inhaling to downward dog. Hold here as we exhale. Bring the right leg up to the ceiling as we inhale. It doesn't have to go super high. Exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists and bring your right knee to your chest. Step your right foot between your hands and drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. We're trying to get into the front left hip. Take your hands to your right knee and start drawing your left hip forward, right hip back. Right hand stays on the right knee. Take the left arm up. Let's create a back bend here. Again, don't force it. Think about your chest going forward and up. Deep inhale. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders, keep them down. Exhale, both hands touch down to frame the right foot. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, and step your right foot back to plank. We're holding plank, inhale. Now notice here, belly is long. If you need to, the knees can come down. Lengthen the back of your neck, pull your shoulder blades down your back, deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes, bend the elbows, and bring your chest down in between your palms. Next breath in, come up to cobra or high cobra. Straighten the arms if you'd like. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the toes, and moving into downward dog. Big breath in, grounding through your right foot. Stay here as we exhale, pull the shoulder blades down your back, spread your fingers, left leg up, inhale. Shoulders over the wrists, left knee to the chest, then step the left foot between your hands. Right knee comes down. Untuck the right toes, take your hands to your left knee and straighten up through the spine. Keep drawing your right hip forward, take your right arm up, and start to back bend, chest forward and up. Inhale into the collarbones, widen the chest. Exhale, hands down, framing the left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee. Now we walk the hands to the right. We're coming into a wide fold facing the right wall. Turn your toes out. Bend your knees so the hips come low and take your hands to your inner knees. Lengthen through the spine and take your left shoulder towards your right inner thigh. The left arm is straight. Come back through neutral and right hand presses to the inner right knee as we twist to the left. Coming back up, neutral, and over to the left, right. Inhale, come back up. And now over to the left as we exhale. Inhale, come back through neutral, release your hands down, and exhale, straighten your legs. Turn your toes to point to that right wall, deep breath in. Now as we exhale, walk the hands towards the front of the mat. Turn your toes to the front of the mat and step your left foot back, plank. Deep breath in. On or off your knees, lower down as we exhale. Don't hang your head. Tops of the feet come down. Inhale, lift to cobra or high cobra. Exhale, sit back to child's pose, hips to the heels. Stay low with the upper body and inhale, walk your hands outside right of your mat. Push your left hip towards your left heel. Breathe into your left side ribs. And with the next inhale, walk the hands center and outside left of the mat. Push your right hip back and towards the heel. Inhale, coming back through neutral and up into table pose. Tuck your toes and exhale into downward dog. Walk your feet to the center of the mat. Toes are pointing as close to forward as comfortable to you, and inhale to stand. Use the backs of the legs, use that power. Reach the arms up and exhale, hands to your heart center. Grounding into your left foot, take your hands to your hips, bend the right knee and turn the right knee out to the right. The foot can stay down or pick it up to your calf or your inner thigh if you'd like. Hands come to your heart center. Notice if you're shifting over to one side, lift yourself out of that left hip. Arms up when you're ready. Get your arms straight and strong. The power that you have in your left leg, reach it out of the fingertips. The crown is tall and keep lengthening up through the crown, through the fingertips. Deep inhale. Hands come to heart with your exhale. Bring your right knee forward and right foot comes down. Deep breath in. Check in with the stability and the balance of the feet. And exhale, take your hands to the hips once again. Spread the toes of the right foot. Bend the left knee. Turn the knee out to the left. Heel inside the ankle or calf or inner thigh. Now notice if you started to turn the body. Try to keep the body directly square forward. Lift out of your right hip. And when you're ready, arms come up. Remember, we want the arms just as strong as the legs. Bring a slight lift of your kneecap on the right side so that is powerful through the thigh. The arms are just as strong as that right leg. Deep breath in, long through the arms, long through the spine, and exhale, hands to heart, left knee forward, and left foot down. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale the hands to interlace behind the back. We're trying to open up the shoulder joints, so reach the knuckles down towards the floor, lift your chin, and exhale, fold here. You can bend the knees if you need to. The hands can stay on your low back or reach up towards the ceiling or even overhead if that feels okay. Take an inhale. Release your hands down as we exhale, then walk them forward and step your feet back, downward dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the right knee to the wrist. We're moving to pigeon. The right heel goes towards the left edge of your mat and slide your left leg long back. Walk your hands forward. Come down to the elbows if that feels good. You can stay up on the straight arms if you prefer. You can come all the way down if that feels good. Keep breathing into your right hip and keep thinking the left hip to pull forward, the right hip to pull back, and keep pushing the top of your left foot to the mat. Now as we're here, breathe into the right side. That right hip, that right thigh, starting to soften with the exhalation. Slow breath in, direct it into that right leg. Long exhale, soften anything that you don't need to hold here. Next breath in, come up. We're leaning to the right. Straighten the right leg and take your left foot in. So the left foot is now inside the straight right leg. Square the chest over the right thigh and fold over the right leg. The hands can reach the foot or the knee, or you can rest the hands beside you, but just be aware we don't want to hunch the shoulders here. The movement is for the hamstring, the knee, and the back. So try not to get the shoulders involved too much. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades. Now as you're exhaling, see if you can create a little more softness, come down a little lower. Deep breath in to the back. Deep exhale, pull your lower belly in. Inhale, coming back up. Walk your hands behind you and step your left foot forward. Now let's bend both knees. Ground the feet and lift the hips up. Again, a movement for the shoulder. This is also really good for the back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. If you want, you can let your head fall back. Take an inhale into the collarbones. Keep your hips as high as comfortable. Exhale, lower the hips down, shifting the feet over to the side, and let's move back into our table and downward dog. Take your time to get there. And when you get to your downward dog, establish your balance through the body. Get long through the arms and legs, long through the spine. Left leg up, inhale. Left knee to the left wrist, and the heel goes towards the right edge of your mat. Slide your right leg long back, top of the right thigh, top of the right foot to your mat, folding forward. And it just changes the angle of the stretch in the hip as you go lower. So find something that feels good. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward, and there's an inner spiral of the right thigh. So you're getting the whole top of the right leg to the mat. Wide breath as you inhale. Strong exhale. Pull your lower belly in. One more big breath in. Feel that left hip start to open up. Next inhale, walk your hands back, lean to the left so we can swing the right leg forward. Right knee bends, left leg straightens. Square your chest over the left thigh and fold. And as you're here, expand your breath into your back. And get a little lower as you're exhaling. Think about reaching the crown of your head to the top of your left foot. Next breath in, come up. Take your hands behind you. We did reverse table. Let's try reverse plank. This time the legs are straight, hands plant, point the toes, and lift the hips up. Try to get the bottoms of the feet to touch your mat. If this doesn't feel good, keep your knees bent. Take one more breath in. Exhale, the hips come down. Keep your hips down, drag your heels towards you, and now lift the legs. You can keep your hands behind you, or you can keep them behind your knees, or straighten the arms. Pull your shoulder blades back. The knees can be bent or straight, but try to keep your spine long. Deep inhale. Exhale, hands to the knees and widen your knees. Bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Lengthen up through the spine. Deep breath in. Fold over the feet as we exhale. It's not going to be a big movement, so don't push it. As you're here, retract your shoulder blades back. We're keeping a straight spine, and as we're folding, keep trying to widen the knees. Again, nothing is forced. Now feel the sides of your rib cage open up when you breathe in. Let your exhale soften you down. Next inhale, coming back up, and take your hands behind you so we can lie on the back. Taking your knees into your chest, and legs and arms up to the ceiling. Pressing out of the heels. Now as we inhale, the right heel goes forward and the left arm goes back. This is really good for balance. This is really good for strengthening the core. Exhale, come back up to the ceiling. Inhale, the left leg and the right arm open up. Exhale, bring it back up to the ceiling. As you're doing this, pull from your lower belly. Get that strength there. Inhale the right leg and the left arm. Let them hover. The lower you go, the more intensity you're creating. Exhale, come back up. Move with your breath. Right leg or left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring it back up. Now take your hands beside you, bend your knees, plant your feet, toes point forward. I know you can't see them, but just try to get your toes in line with your hips and pointing forward. With your inhale, lift your hips. Now as we're here, you can keep your hands beside you or interlace them underneath you. and roll your shoulders under. That's just gonna give you a little more space between your shoulder blades. If you feel good there, keep it there. If not, keep your hands beside you. Take an inhale. We're trying to open up the front of the body. Push your chest up. Stay here for the exhale. Push into your feet and spread your toes. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, undo the shoulders if you have them underneath you, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Take your right heel to the ceiling, take your hands behind the right hamstring, and slowly circle the right ankle. We're trying to get into the bottom of the foot as well, so squeeze and spread the toes. And let's go the other way, really slow, really mindful. And coming back to neutral, right foot down, left heel up, hands behind the left hamstring, and slowly circle the ankle. And go the other way. Hold to neutral, take both knees into the chest, bring your forehead up to meet the knees, lift your tailbone off the mat. Come back down, arms out wide, and let both knees fall to the left. You can use your left hand on your right knee, turning your gaze towards the right wall, and breathe into your right rib cage. Let your exhale soften your spine. Sometimes we start to arch the back. Don't let that happen here. Inhale, coming back through center, hands to the knees, forehead up, lift your tailbone. This just helps to reset the spine. Come back down, arms out wide, and let the knees fall to the right. You can stack the knees or you can spread the knees, whatever feels good to you. And turning your gaze to the ceiling and then over to the left. Big breath into the left lung. Soften your exhale, soften your spine. Inhale, coming back through center. One last squeeze to the knees. Lift your forehead, lift your tailbone. And inhale to release the head down and drag the heels to the corners of your mat. Let the arms come out wide beside you. Palms face up, we're holding this posture. This is our Shavasana posture. This is really good for helping to bring balance back into the body and the mind. So allow your eyes to close. And now scan through the body. Notice if you're holding anything you don't need to. Sometimes the body will hold a pattern of tightness. So as you're here, give yourself permission to let that go. Bring awareness into the muscles of the face and see if you can soften your jaw, soften your forehead. And every time you exhale, let the body release a little more. Keeping that gentle smile. Let's start to move. Wiggle the fingers and toes, circle the wrists and ankles, bring your knees back into the chest, rolling to one side, and make your way up to a seat. The same shape we started with. Taking your hands to your knees, closing the eyes, keep that gentle smile. Set your intention for today. There's a lot of things, there's so many opportunities, but give yourself one goal to accomplish. Bring your hands to your heart, big smile. Deep breath in. Let it go from the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Have a wonderful, productive day. Namaste. That was about a half hour. I hope you guys stuck with me. Let me know if you have any comments or suggestions, or if you want to do more or less. That was a slow flow, so we can do some power classes too if you want. Love you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.